Accept my greetings in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. My dear brothers and sisters, if I am coming up today, it is because of the persistence of the crisis going on in Cameroon, the so-called Anglophone problem. Permit me to address the first citizen of Cameroon, Mr. Paul Biya, with all due respect. To you, His Excellency, Mr. Paul Biya, the President of Cameroon, you are my son in faith. Many international organizations, great men and women, have advised you on the way to solve the so-called Anglophone problem. But you have given a deaf ear to all their calls. You have instead listened to those who fueled the crisis and hailed those who encourage you to use violence as a way of solving the problem. You have used some cosmetic ways to solve the problem. If the crisis persists today, it is because you have vehemently refused to solve the problem by facing the root cause. Mr. Paul Biya, as your father in faith, I want to tell you that even God in heaven is not happy with you. The way you have chosen is the way of the devil. Violence belongs to the devil. Violence comes from the devil. Violence is the only way used by the devil so that the children of God will be afraid and stay quiet in the midst of atrocities. No way, because there will be a voice that cries from the wilderness as long as the children of God are in pains and keep crying. Because the children of God are lamenting, and this voice cannot be stopped by any power on earth. I am just the little voice of those poor women and men, children and adults languishing in bushes, some in exile, others as refugees in Nigeria, and elsewhere running away from violence exerted on them by your military men and women. I am that lonely voice of all those families that their houses have been burnt down and their properties looted by your military men and women. I am also the voice of the angry youths that have picked up guns because they prefer to fight and die than to be peaceful and still die. I am also the lonely voice in the wilderness of all those who have been killed innocently or killed because they requested for what is their right. I am also the lonely voice of the young, vibrant Cameroonian military men and women who have been killed and those that are bearing all types of risks because they have to obey the oath they took to obey you. They have a brighter future. Their families and friends also need them. They did not join your military battalion to fight their own brothers and sisters, but to protect them. Mr. Paul Biya, open your eyes because your name is almost written in the black book of men. You were taught in the seminary in Akono that Vox Populi, Vox Dei. The voice of the people is the voice of God. The authority and power you have were given to you by these very people. You have declared war on them, and you are killing them today. Remember, you are at the last days of your life on earth. It might be tomorrow, next year, or some few years to come, but not long from now. Which legacy are you trying to leave behind for your own biological children? Or you are indirectly preparing them for exile? Listen to the voice of God. Listen to the voice of God through the cries of your people. Mr. Paul Biya, listen to the voice of God. To my fellow chiefs, councillors, mayors, parliamentarians, senators, and elites of southern Cameroons, I must tell you that this crisis has opened my eyes. As we normally say in Pidgin, until wind blow, man no fit know how far in yas it is red. Until wind blow, man no fit know how far in yas it is red. I have seen you people. You prefer your political careers and dignity than protect those who held you and put you there. What a shame. I know it is not easy to escape the influence of the French corrupt system put in place that has provoked this crisis. I am also disappointed in you. You are a disgrace to our forefathers. During their era, they stood for our people. Why in Nigeria? They defended your rights then, and today you are unable to do the same to your own people. They protected you. Some died because of you. Today, because you have allowed the French corrupt system to enter your blood. Today, because you have tasted the goodness of corruption, you have become blind. You have put on the sunglasses of politics that does not care about the cry of the people. You have put on the glasses of individualism. You have put on the sunglasses of Jamanfu. You have learned the act of treachery that is not in our Anglo-Saxon culture. Today you have learned the act of killing your own people, your own children. Today you have learned the act of sitting on the future of your youths, of your own children. Their death do not mean anything to you. Their tears do not mean anything to you. Their being in prisons do not mean anything to you. Because you have the money and the military men by your side. Because you have the guns. Because you have the government support. If your own children who are living in their bushes cry, you cannot listen to them. I wonder, whose voice will you listen to? Those in exile? I don't think. Those who are refugees in Nigeria and other places, that do not mean anything to you? Wow! Where is our Anglo-Saxon culture? Where have you kept the good habits you learned from your parents? Where have you kept what you learned from Seka Baptist College, from Sase, from Bishop Rogan College, Baptist High School, Boya, Okoyo Manfe, Lord's Bamenda, Sacred Heart Bamenda, St. Bede's College Ashi, and all famous Christian schools that formed you and made our Francophone brothers to cherish our Anglo-Saxon education. Most of you passed through all these schools and were taught by well-trained exemplary teachers. They taught you how to be your brother's keepers. They taught you how to fight against corruption. They taught you how to seek for the good of your people. What has happened to you all? What has happened to your consciences? I see the bodies of your own children littered everywhere, southwest and northwest region. I see your own children picking up guns because you have failed them. You have failed them. History is recording it every day. Your names are being painted red every day. Your names are being wiped from the annals of the history of our Anglophone culture. What are you doing to stop this? What are you doing as an individual or as a group? Can't you people come together? If I could pick up a gun and fight to protect these children once and for all, I would have done so with happiness. But war has never solved and will never solve a problem, but will leave an everlasting stigma. Your own children have seen that most of you care only about your bellies. Most of you care only about your own biological children. I come up today because I want to remind you that there is a God who hears the cries of the orphans. There is a God who hears the cry of the oppressed. There is a God who is just and will pay everyone according to his or her deeds. Yesterday, SDF that was born to give power to the people, to work for the people, and was protected by the people. Today, in our own very eyes, it's a party that is being protected by the very government they criticize. What a shame. What a shame. Waiting man no go see for this crisis. If this is how politics is all about, it should be wiped out from the face of the earth. This crisis started like a joke, has been transformed into a conflict, and the worst is still ahead because you use the name of politics to trample on a socio-political problem that touches the life of your own people. The world has been begging you, the chiefs, parliamentarians, and the elites from the English-speaking region of Cameroon, called today Ambazonia, to stand up and help the government of Mr. Biya to face the truth. But you have given a blind eye because of your selfish ambitions, right to the extent whereby people are bound not to leave their houses and go about their daily affairs because their representatives, called the councillors, wanted to vote senators at all costs. What a shame. What a shame to our own very culture. My dear brothers and sisters, wake up, wake up, wake up, ladies and gentlemen. The war declared by the president of Cameroon against you, his own people, is on. The fruits are there. Every day, the color of the fruits are changing. I mean, the face of the war is on. But you people are still silent. You people are still sleeping. You people think God is not hearing the voice of all those killed. You think God is not hearing the voice of all those hiding in bushes with their children. All those in Nigeria living in horrible conditions. All those in different prisons in Cameroon. Even those that were kidnapped in Nigeria, of which till today no one has seen their images. I am just a little voice crying on behalf of these people. You all are my children in faith. I know you have tasted the sweetness of the corrupt French system put in place that does not care about the cry of the people. I wish to tell you that you should wake up and protect your own people. Wake up and help Mr. Biya to stop this useless war, because very soon you will find yourself fighting a war you never prepared for. They are killing your own children, your own vibrant children. Even the armed forces loyal to Paul Biya are also your own children. No one of these children deserves death. Innocent people are dying. Your own children are refugees facing all types of hostile conditions. I watched some of the videos and I wept. What a pity. History will hold you all, councillors, parliamentarians, senators, and elites of the Anglophone regions who sat and watched those they represented being exterminated from the face of the earth. It happened in Rwanda and has started in your own very soil, where your forefathers fought and gained you the title, the people of Southern Cameroons. If you wish, act. If you still do not care, wait for it. I trust the hand of God. When they said schools should not start, you guys said schools should start. They desired to use civil disobedience, non-violence method to teach the government in Yaoundé that they have to listen to the people. They wanted to teach the government in Yaoundé that they have to listen to the cry of the people. You insisted that school should start. Some are going to school today. Some are in bushes. They have now picked up the guns. As a matter of fact, you and I are not safe any longer. In war, everybody is a potential victim. Bullets are not selective nor friendly to anyone. The earlier you people rise up as a people and speak one language, the better, because what I see, Sierra Leone never experienced it. Rwanda is small. History will judge you and hellfire may welcome you. My voice is just a voice from the wilderness, a voice of all those children that have lost their parents, the voice of all those in prison. If you like, take it or leave it, but God reigns. God reigns in heaven and on earth.